So in the house today, we have the Queen of Leg Day, Rabbit Hero Mirko from My Hero Academia.
Oh, I got a live one here.
So in case you're not familiar with My Hero Academia, quick recap. It's a world, it's a civilization of all these people. The majority of them live with these superpowers called quirks. Now these quirks can range from anything you can imagine. And Mirko here, her quirk is Rabbit. And there's no better way to explain what that quirk is other than how they explained in the anime.
I canceled out the impact of that landing with my legs! Ah!
The number 5 hero, Mirko. Her quirk, Rabbit. She can do stuff a rabbit can, but so much better.
Suckers! The old man's mine!
So with that comes superhuman strength, especially speed, and yes, a lot of her power, her abilities, and her arsenal is in her kicks. Now she has a variety of kicks that she does, and all of them are designed to pretty much knock you out or kill you with one hit. Just to give you a comparison, imagine Guile's flash kick, Ryu's hurricane kick, any wrestlers, her and Karana times infinity. That is the kind of power that Mirko has in her legs. I can appreciate that this statue is very simple because it is very inexpensive. There is a base just to put the figure on so she can stand on, but other than that, there's no thrills and fills. We do have this somewhat smoke effect here going around her, kind of an energy effect as well. And it's white. It's PVC, I would assume. Actually, the whole entire statue is PVC. I have no problems with that, making this thing much more affordable. But you have to be very, very careful when you're putting it in, guys, because the effect right here wraps almost around her legs. So you got to kind of position it just right. Make sure that you get it in, because initially when I put it in, it was not fitting perfect. When I pulled it out, I had to make sure that it did not hit the tip of this effect, and just replanted it back in, and we're good. But yeah, simple base, no throws and fills, just does its job holding the figure up, and I definitely appreciate that. Just because this statue is very simple does not mean it is not highly detailed, because it is. The anatomy on Mirko is definitely spot on. As I mentioned before, her power, her quirk is Rabbit, and the majority of her power comes from her legs. Henceforth, it makes complete sense that her legs right here are extremely, extremely toned and muscular. And that just translates for the rest of her body. As we can see, her arms are very defined, very muscular. We do see those separations, those striations in her deltoids, her biceps, her triceps. And again, a lot of that muscular definition right here in her thighs, her legs, her calves. I really appreciate the pose they decided to go with Mirko. Reason being, one, it definitely emphasizes her kicking ability with her leg up very high like that. Kind of flex, ready to either kick or maybe just reflexing it back from an attack she just did. Also, her hands being like that, it definitely shows off that muscularity that, as I mentioned before. Part of Mirko's outfit here is that she has these huge freaking rabbit feet right here, as we can see. You know, the white tips, the toes, pink and white, and on the heels we have metal. So, not really sure, and they don't really emphasize it in the anime, but when these heroes are going through training, they have a separate division, a separate team that will actually customize their outfit in order to, I guess, enhance their ability.
So your legs feel lighter than usual? That's to be expected. I designed those leg parts specifically to increase the wearer's speed and mobility. But of course, I can still easily evade you with my hydraulic attachments. Those are boxes for support companies. Oh, they love my babies! I've got this in the bag!
So, just me thinking, no, I don't think that these are actually her feet. I think that one of these team members from the people who make their uniforms or outfits to help enhance their powers actually made these for her. Just to kind of reference another character, actually the main character, when he would attack throughout the show, a lot of times he would end up hurting himself. So he had different parts of his outfit modified in order to protect himself. Again, I'm just guessing that might have been the situation here. We have those prosthetics put on her outfit here, obviously a metal heel, and right here the tips of her toes to really protect her feet when impacting all that power onto an opponent, onto an enemy, Because like I said, when she's in action and she gets in there, she is not playing around. A lot of times she's just killing people with one hit. So again, if you have that much kind of power, I'm assuming you're gonna need something to protect yourself. But despite that, these feet look pretty cool, pretty awesome. Kind of give it a mechanical sense to her. So staying on her legs, as we can see, there's different shadows and shadings. Yes, the primary color is blue, but throughout that blue, we see different shades of blue, different tones. Also some black highlights here, especially where those striations on her legs go, to really emphasize that muscularity. So even on the white parts of her outfit, we do see subtle shadings of blue just to really give it that shadow, that depth, again, that muscularity, that definition that she has. And because her quirk is a rabbit, yes, these ears are actually part of her as well as the tail. No, they're not part of the outfit. This is actually part of Mirko. This is actually who she is. Just referencing back to another character in the anime, we have a character whose quirk is Frog. And yes, just like Mirko has these body parts that are actually part of her, which is a rabbit, that character also has parts that are actually a frog. Long tongue, kind of weird looking legs, huge freaking eyes.
Hey, Victoria!
For a frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Sue. Perfect floaties.
You saved my life, Odyssey.
I told you to call me Sue.
Suyu Asui, her quirk, frog. It's pretty self-explanatory. She could basically do anything a frog can.
But yeah, that's who that character is, and just like Mirko here, those are parts of her quirk. And to give her more of a dynamic look, I love how they made her hair flowing both left, right, up, and down. So yes, we can see right here in the front, her hair is going every which way. Right here in the back, it's flowing everywhere, kind of swerving left and right, kind of flipping upwards right here as well. And throughout the hair, we can see also not just one white flat color, subtle shadings of, I would assume, grays, bluish grays, just here and there, just to give it more definition, more depth, more realism. And her rabbit ears are not just a flat color or flat texture, they actually have a little bit of definition, a little bit of texture to show that, yeah, they are pretty furry. In the anime, she is one of those characters that does not fear battle. She actually craves it, enjoys it, smiles at the chance for it.
This is great. Now that I'm warmed up, the fun can really begin. You're back there, aren't you? Oh, villain. I wonder what's keeping you from running further. I can hear you clacking away in the back of the tunnel.
In her, I guess you want to say debut battle, she went up against some crazy characters. It was a 5-on-1. And she got mutilated horribly.
My target's the old man and Shigaraki! Every rabbit knows your best chance to escape is to focus on running. If I'm gonna die, it'll be after I achieve my goal. There you are! I'm not done! The thing about heroes is that we never give up!
I'm talking about stabbed, pierced, impaled, a freaking chunk of her rib cage or her actually abdominal wall. All of this just got bitten off. And following that incident or that arc in the anime, she comes back with like half a ear, a freaking prosthetic leg. Oh, her arm gets freaking mauled to crap as well. Comes with this robotic arm. So yes, the way she looks here is not how she looks later on in the anime. Part of her outfit actually includes this metal waistband, which I'm not really sure if it's actually functional or if it's just part of the outfit, but I really enjoy it because it kind of breaks up just that one piece leotard that she's wearing. And the colors on it, yes, it does actually look metallic and metal with some gold highlights right here in the middle. And then right here also on her chest, she has her signature marking, her logo, which is a golden arc. And it's supposed to actually be like the crescent of a moon because of a lot of her attacks are actually named. So one of her main attacks is called Luna Arc, where she does kind of a spinning kick, downward kick, something of that nature.
Not a chance! Luna Ring! Got him, but not enough. Chilled bastard! Out of the way! You only ever attack from a distance? Are always weakest when it comes to close combat. Sure, when it's time to die, I will! That makes me human! Do not hit us! The moment I laid eyes on this creep, my body knew exactly what to do. It's a rabbit's survival instinct. The guy's evil, and he must be stopped! I can't let him be set loose on the world, no matter what it takes! Luna Arc!
But I think for being a very simple statue, it is done very, very well. And I wish I could get more statues like this. Very simple, I don't need a freaking dynamic base, just give me the character. So when I saw this one, I had to pick it up. No complaints about it, I think it's perfect. One of my favorites, my favorite character from My Hero Academia. And I hope to get more statues and figures of Mirko. But let me know what you guys think about this figure, about this statue. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't done already. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it helps me out tremendously. And as always, collect what makes you happy.